Hello Detroit Lions fans. Welcome to the channel and this big update. Stay until the end so you can understand everything that's happening now. After the Kansas City Chiefs face the Philadelphia Eagles in this week's highly anticipated Super Bowl, Patrick Mahomes and company's team will focus on the 2025 offseason. Among the team's priorities will be the decision on the future of several free agents, including wide receiver Marquise Hollywood Brown, who may end up leaving Kansas City for the Detroit Lions. Before continuing, leave a like to support this video. It doesn't cost anything, and it helps us a lot. We have a goal of reaching 2,000 subscribers here on the channel, so help us out with your humble like. If you're new here, take the opportunity to subscribe. Our goal is to always keep you updated. Thank you. Brown, who signed a one-year contract worth $7 million in 2024, had a turbulent season with the Chiefs. Due to a shoulder injury, the player played in just 2 games during the regular season, recording a modest 9 receptions for 91 yards. Despite his low initial contribution, the player had moments of brilliance in the playoffs, accumulating 3 receptions for 35 yards during the Chiefs' victory in the AFC Championship against the Buffalo Bills. With the wide receiver position being an unknown for the Chiefs in 2025, it is possible that the franchise will be interested in re-signing Brown, but only for a value commensurate with his recent production. However, the open market for free agents could attract suitors willing to pay more for Hollywood Brown's talent. Among those interested, the Detroit Lions emerge as one of the main candidates. According to Marissa Myers of TWSN, the Lions are reportedly looking for a third-quality wide receiver to complement their offensive roster. With an early exit in the playoffs to the Washington Commanders and having lost both their offensive and defensive coordinators, the Detroit Lions face a decisive offseason in 2025. Myers wrote, "Although Jared Goff is aging, the team showed confidence in him by extending his contract last year. By adding a wide receiver like Brown, the offense would gain a reliable third option for crucial moments without hindering the development of Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jameson Williams. The Lions already have a solid offensive core. In addition to Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jameson Williams, tight end Sam Laporta has established himself as a key player in the passing game. However, the potential departure of number 3 wide receiver Tim Patrick, who will be a free agent, leaves a hole in the rotation. While Khalif Raymond remains under contract, the team prefers to use him in specific roles to better exploit his skills rather than locking him into a regular role as a third wide receiver. The addition of Marquise Brown to the Lions roster could solve that issue. However, for that to happen, Brown would have to accept a secondary role on offense, being the 4th or 5th offensive option in a system that already has established weapons. Despite the potential interest, Brown's contract could be a stumbling block for the Lions. According to Spotrac's projection, the wide receiver is expected to receive a 2-year, $15.9 million offer, which is considered high for the role he would play in Detroit's offense. This financial issue, coupled with the need for a tactical adjustment to fit Brown into the roster, makes it unlikely that he will sign with the Lions this offseason. Unless several favorable conditions align, Marquise Brown's move to Detroit seems far off. He is expected to explore other opportunities in the free agent market, possibly seeking a team that offers him more of a role. Regardless, the player's movement promises to be one of the points of attention in the 2025 NFL offseason. The Detroit Lions have demonstrated their ability to shape the future of the franchise through strategic trades, such as the one involving Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams, resulting in key players for the team. Now, the Rams appear to be at the center of a potential impactful move again, this time involving one of the league's most consistent wide receivers, Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp recently took to social media to announce that the Rams intend to put him on the trade market immediately. In a candid statement, the player expressed his displeasure with the decision, but also made clear his commitment to professionalism. "I have been informed that the team will seek a trade immediately and will work with me and my family to find the right place to continue competing for championships. I do not agree with the decision and have always believed that it would start and end in LA. Cup wrote. Still, if there's one thing I have learned over the years, there are so many things that are outside of your control, but it is how you respond to those things that you will look back on and remember. Given this scenario, many are wondering, are the stars aligning again for Lions General Manager Brad Holmes to capitalize on yet another golden opportunity? Experts have already listed Detroit as a possible destination for Cup, considering the connection between the wide receiver and quarterback Jared Goff. ESPN NFL's Jeremy Fowler commented on the possibility during SportsCenter. A league executive told me about Detroit because of the Jared Goff connection. They came into the league together and went to the Pro Bowl together. That's the kind of instant connection that could be fun. Despite the complexity of this trade, the Lions could find a way to acquire Cooper Kupp without compromising their draft capital. If no team is interested in a trade, the wide receiver could be cut due to the impact on the Rams' salary cap, which would open up an opportunity for Detroit to sign him at a more affordable price. Cooper Kupp is currently under contract through 2026, with significant cap space of $29.8 million in 2025 and $27.3 million in 2026. On the other hand, the Lions have more than $46.5 million in salary cap space for next season and $22.2 million for the following season, which puts them in a comfortable position to absorb a contract of this magnitude. For the Rams, releasing Kupp would save them a significant $15 million in cash and $7.5 million in salary cap space. However, the impact of dead money could complicate the scenario, especially if the release were to happen before June 1st, which would result in $22.2 million in dead money. If they opt to trade, the salary cap implications could force them to take on a large portion of the $20 million Kupp is due in 2025. From a sports perspective, the Lions have a lot to consider. The team's offense thrived in 2024, and adding a player of Kupp's caliber, a potential Hall of Fame prospect, could further elevate the roster. However, with an already solid wide receiver core led by Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jameson Williams, the immediate need may not be as pressing, especially if veteran Tim Patrick is re-signed. If Patrick decides to leave as a free agent, Brad Holmes could opt to pursue a young talent in the draft, building on his recent track record of drafting and developing promising players. However, the possibility of bringing Cooper Kupp to Detroit, with his experience and unquestionable talent, certainly warrants consideration, especially if the Lions are looking to take the next step toward a Super Bowl. The decision is in the hands of Brad Holmes, but one thing is certain. The next chapters of this story promise to bring excitement to Detroit Lions fans and, possibly, redefine the franchise's path to success. Leave your comment now will be very important. Don't forget to leave your like to support this video. Until next time.